Hi guys, it's me Taffy here
And Kuzi.
Okay, it's our first time doing this video together, so here we are today trying to answer most of the questions that we are receiving from our inboxes. So we'll try our level best to answer all questions. Mukaona dzatinenge tasirira mibvunzo munongotivinga moti aiwa ima muna kuzotidavira pakati. So it will be like a question and answer session. Tichienda mberi tichingodaro. So we are starting now. So before we go any further, we have our questions here. The first one is
What is done first? What do you do when you want to teach in New Zealand?
all right. I once made a video about this one. When you want to teach in New Zealand, there are steps that you follow. The first one is doing your NZQA. Ukaita NZQA yako ndokuevaluate samapepa kwatakambotsanangura kuye wowana certificate rako rinotaura kuti une level 7. Zvichireva kuti une bachelor's degree in early childhood education. Then after that,
let me hold you there. How do you do that? You just said you evaluate your certificates. Where do I go? Do I go to an office or where?
Oh, you do it online. There is a link which we always share, and I'll share it again. The NZQA link inokulida kuno uploada mapepa ako inotota inotsanangura kuti international certificate evaluation, something like that. I'm no longer sure, but it's along those lines.
Okay, you do it on their website, right?
Yes, you do it on their website.
And you have to pay?
Yeah, you upload your certificates first. All your information, ndinonzi tadiwa moyo, ndo zita rangu, kwandakazvagwa, zvese zvinenge zvichidiwa izvozvo. Wochisa macertificates ako, une diploma in education here, transcript necertificate racho, unobva waisa futi diploma rako, degree rako necertificate raro, transcript and certificate, and transcript and certificate. Then you can own a master's, you also do that.
Okay, about the payment, how much is it?
Oh, it's 760, right?
US?
NZD, which is around 400 something, depending ne rate yacho. Ukangoenda pa Google ukati 760 NZD to USD. Unobva waona kuti 400 nani. That's your assignment as well. Kuti uchionawo kuti imari. And kuti ubhadhare, mari yako inofanira kunge iri muvisa card. You need a visa card from banks like FBC, Stewart, NMB. All those banks have visa cards, so you can use a visa card to do the payment.
Okay, so I'll have my certificates evaluated, and I've seen some, like my statements, and this certificate does not meet
Oh, is another issue that we need to discuss. Some certificates come achiti hauna kuita teaching practice kwekutanga. I'm sorry, I can't explain this in English. Ndinofana kutsanangura neshona. Pane panoya certificate ichiti hauna kuita teaching practice at the end of the course. Zvinoreva degree rako rinotokwana, asi chausina kungoita teaching practice kunoperera course. Tichingoreva kuti you justify kuti wakaita teaching practice. Some of our transcripts justify kuti ndine teaching practice. Chaunongoda assessment grades ako aya awakaitiwa nemalecturer kucollege, ku MSU for those who did with MSU, ku UZ for those who did with UZ. You also need macris, heads. Some heads anotoku access uri pa attachment, so you need to justify all that.
Okay. I think that is very clear about the NZQA. And how long does it usually take?
Usually it's case by case. Sometimes it can take 1 month or less. Don't go to plus or minus 1 month.
Okay.
24 January, 18 March, 18 February, I'm sorry. Cannot 18 February, 14 March, something like that. Ndo marenje acho. But kanao uchitawo senini zvangu zvakaita 2 weeks.
Okay.
Saka zvinongosiyana.
Yeah, I know zvangu zvakaita less than 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next one. So I have my reports. What's the next step?
Okay, after having your reports, now you have to write an English test. English test ya uri kumbonyora inonzi chi uri kunyora PTE or ELS academic. I think on this one I hammered it last time. Ndichiutsanangura kuti guys, unofanira kunyora English test yako and have 65 and above for PTE, and also you must have 7.5 band for ELs. And also, the other thing that I explained last time, for those who didn't see my video last time, I explained kuti unofanira kunyora English academic. It should be academic, not any other English.
Okay, anti munoziva kuti chirungu chakaoma. Ndafoira imwe yaita 54. Ndoita sei?
Oh, English in 4 aspects. So, let's say wawana 54 ku speaking. Unotoita rewrite test yako iyi. Asi kuti ka unenge wesa emphasis kuya kwawafoira kuya. Anoshanda ari maviri sezvataita ku O level kuti ndikafoira maths ndikazodzinyorera next term ndikadzidai haiwa zvinofamba zvakanaka. Ndinenge ndane 5 certificates. Saka ini unenge une English test yako with 2 certificates. Chero 3 certificates kana 4. It's still possible. Ukati this time muswa 3 January wapasa speaking. Wonobhadhara zve260 US yako wopasa reading. Wonobhadhara 260 yako wopasa speaking. Wonobhadhara 260 yako wopasa the last aspect.
All right, but I've met someone akasubmit akanyora katu akafoira I think the same aspect twice, but akasubmit teaching council akabudirira akati anzi they call it vanoendesa kune inonzi academic team. Saka zvinoenderana zvidi kuzofoira zvekusvika kuma 40 30 50 kana mamarks ako ari kuma 60 you can take your chances wotrya kusubmita ku teaching council kwacho. Vakakurambira you still have time, they give you time to go and write again. Saka toti wafoira 1 you can try and get registered.
Yes, you are right. And the other thing is, as you know that when you try to justify anything, it will take longer. So many people will opt to just rewrite to avoid those hassles, because pauri kuda kujustify kuti munoona inini chirungu ndinotochigona nekuti degree rangu ndakazenge ndariita nechirungu. It means you are taking longer.
And also that academic team, they have dates, they don't do it every time.
Yes.
Like per month they can meet once or twice. Saka unenge wakumirira the next meeting.
Yes, and you have to put that scenario ye-medical board rekuZimbabwe riaro kuti ronzi roitwa musi wa5 January, ronzi roitwa kana kuti musi wa23 March, something like that. No more scenarios.
Okay. So what are we doing? Teaching council, what is it all about?
Okay, then when I'm done with writing my English already, I have passed with my 65 in all those aspects. Then I'm going for teaching council. Teaching council is when you are registering to become a teacher in New Zealand. Teaching council in my documents, I know that a whole bunch of documents, and gathering those documents is not a walk in the park. You just have to do makritsi ayata achitaura matsamba anobva kumahedza achitsanangura kuti aiwa kudzai tinomuziva anotori munhu asingashandiki naye, tafadzwa tinomuziva munhu wokuti kukai kumasports hadi, all those things.
Okay, I think we'll make another video here, my documents at teaching council, right?
Yes, that's right.
So we can move on. So for this teaching council, do I pay? Where do I go? What do I do?
Oh, they have a website again, the teaching council website. So again, put the website link on our page so that you can follow that website page. Klika link yako ye teaching council inenge iripo ye teachers ekunze inototaura kuti varairidzi vekunze munogona kubaya apa kuti mugogona ku register sema teacher. We can't go deeper, like we said, we are not experts on this one. So ndosaka muri kuona tiri kungopa browser, but however unobhadhara mari yako imari igara.
Okay, pane era inoitwa nevamwe vanhu kuti teaching council you get registered as a teacher. That's one thing. And then you register to practice. There are two things. Getting registered to teach and practicing. So practicing is like you want to teach. I can get registered and not teach. That's fine with them. But if I want a practicing certificate, you pay two things.
Yes.
So I want a mistake for bad 100 and what? New Zealand dollars. Mirira. And New Zealand Teaching Council haitombochi pane mistake because there are people who just want to get registered. Saka paunozoti wakuda kuapply basa wakudzwa kuti hauna practicing certificate. So you're paying for practicing and getting registered, which is like 400 and what New Zealand dollars.
Something like that. And as you're saying that reminds me the mistake that I made. I made that mistake in the morning around 3 a.m. and I didn't sleep up to 6 a.m. trying to rectify that mistake. Yekungo badara registration and not practicing certificate. So guys, when you are registering, be careful. You are paying for two things, registration and practicing. Thank you for raising that one up.
Okay, moving on. Now I have my registration. For the registration, you have a number, right?
Yes.
And then the practicing certificate is like a certificate.
Yes.
I have them now. What's the way forward?
Oh, yeah, good to go. Job hunting. We have Seek, we have Indeed. They can offer you a whole bunch of jobs. And there are some lucky people who get their jobs in between English writing and Teaching Council registration. Just like me, I and you, we got our jobs before Teaching Council registration. So our Teaching Council registrations were pressed on hard with as soon as possible. Yeah. So, but the usual steps are like after teacher registration, because like most employers, ne teacher registration and practicing certificate.
And I also have someone I know who is on this group. Agawana basa last week ane NZQA, and then when the employer found out kuti she's yet to apply for the Teaching Council, I told him, no, unfortunately we cannot wait that long.
Yes.
So let's just press on. Let's not say ndakumbotsvaga basa akumbozokat my steps. You still have to do those things. Saka, let's not wait and say basa. You get frustrated basa rako really close to us or someone else because you are not registered.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, now I have the registration. I'm job hunting.
Yeah, definitely you'll get your job. Wawana basa rako, watuwane murungu wako, akutokutumira rinonzi visa token.
Oh, before you go there, I heard that you guys have some consultants, like what do we call them? Employer, what did you say? Those
Which
ones
one?
who help people to get jobs.
Oh, the agents. Oh, yeah. For the ECD teachers, we can also help you connect with employment agents. Yeah, we have some in our group and some are even outside. They are all from here. They can help you get the job because it's also artisanal agents. We are just helping you guys.
Okay, so now I found a job on Seek. Do they sponsor me?
Oh, unfortunately not. You have to sponsor yourself. But the lucky ones like you got sponsored. And New Zealand, it was only you and that other guy who got sponsored to come here. In an automobile sponsorship. So here you don't sponsor yourself, but when you come here, you get
You don't sponsor yourself?
Oh, sorry, you don't get sponsored, but you sponsor yourself. You get your relocation grant when you come to New Zealand. Vanokudzorera mari yako yose. Ini ndakatopiwa mari yangu yakawanda 10,000.
10,000 New Zealand dollars.
New Zealand
that was
dollars.
massive.
Yeah.
So you guys, for you to get that relocation grant, you have to keep all your receipts. Chawaita Chese, which is related to New Zealand, you have to keep all your receipts. For example, what?
Yeah, for example, okay, the receipts that are needed for you to come. In my case, I had my passport receipts. I had my English receipt because my NZQA was 0 free. That was then. I also had to keep my medicals receipts. I kept my visa receipts, my flight ticket receipts, and mari yangu haina kukwana. Zvese izvozvo ndaita. I had to wait for 3 months so that I could pay rentals for 3 months. Then mari yangu iyoyo yakawedzera. I also did my family's passports. I have 4 family members, so my passport avo akawedzera kumari ikuti zvikware zviuru 10 zvandaida nemavisa avo nemamedicals avo ndokuti ikwane, because ukamanya you won't get that whole lump sum. Vanongokukaukuletera mari yako kana ichingoriwo 4,000 vanokupa 4,000. Havangokupi 10,000 nokuti you're supposed to get 10,000, but the maximum amount is 10,000 pazvinhu zvese zvaunenge waita, asi vanokupa mari yaunenge washandisa.
Okay, yeah, that's very clear. So you said when I get a visa, my employer doesn't sponsor me. So how do I come?
You have to have that money in your visa card yekubhadhara tickets.
Visa? Muchiri
pavisa.
Employer ndawana basa. Employer anoita.
Okay, the employer will send you a visa token. Visa token iri ndo rinoita kuti uchigona kuapply visa unotoona mwadi inobva kune vezvokufamba. Mwadi ine link inenge ichikuudza kuti tafadzwa nashe, murungu wako ningi wakutumira tokeni iri, unorida here kuti uapply visa. Paunoti hongu uchiklika lingi iya inobva yatokuendesa kuvisa application.
And mind you, musaitira pa phone.
Phone is a no-go area. Haishowi country, haishowi chimwe chiga, haishowi citizenship. Paunotaipa inenge ichingoti invalid. So you have to use your laptop. For those who have their comfort or their most interesting places as their phones, please, for this one, just leave it and try to use the laptop.
Okay, so I applied for my visa. Can I apply in family yangu at the same time?
Yeah, it just depends with your funds. You can apply for Tafi's visa, husband, and 3 kids. If you're rich enough, why not? You have to do it. Okay,
so let's say do these family members also need visa tokens from my employer?
The visa token is just for me. Then as you go down applying, it will be saying for how many people are you applying for. Then you indicate that you are applying for 5 people.
Okay.
Yes, then it will give you a page for each. Pa page rimwe rokuti unenge uchinyorera mumwe nomumwe. Pavana vose ivavo, Nicholas, Nico, Nigeria, vose vari vashanu nababa vavo, vose vanenge vachinyoregwa.
Alright. Saka ndawana visa. Ndo pandinoita ma-medicals kana kuti ndinoita sezve-UK zvokuti I can do them before?
Right. After wa-apply visa iri guys apa ndomboita zeve wapedza kuapply unochimirira unochitumira wa-apply watobhadhara mari yako, nokuti unototanga wabhadhara kuti vaonoti uri serious. Then wapedza kubhadhara vanochiti pamwe mushure mamazuva 3 kana 4 vokutumira mwadi yokuti aiwa takagashira zvinhu zvako zvakauya zvevhisa. Zvino nyaya yodikanwa pano ndeyekuti iwe uchinda kuma-medicals.
Okay.
Kana ukachiita izvo kuma-medicals uko unoenda kumachiremba ari panel of New Zealand doctors, I think. So in my case, I used Dr. Posen, and I think there are 2 doctors in Harare that you can use. But in Dr. Posen was my most easy doctor for everybody.
Okay, some people opt to do it before submitting their visas. Vachiti zvinoita kuti zviite fast. Actually, it makes it slower. Because unenge usina link vanouploada marisausa yemedical uma-upload iwewo like handizivi hangu kuuk vanoita sei but anopostwa nadoctor saka kana doctor amaposta asina link they are hard to find zvekuti it might take longer. Okay, so once I have my visa I can buy my ticket, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.